Right, we are recording.
There we go. Oh, but yeah, just give it a test real quick.
Yeah.
So Taylor won't be able to join.
Yep.
It'll be fine. I can cover for him. I know what he did.
Yeah.
All right.
Um, oh, this is so fun. Don't we need to do one for now and then one for last week, or um, the week
I don't
before
know.
planning?
Have
Not
no idea.
sure
I mean, we're
because
supposed to have one for each week, but we didn't do one last week, so it is what it is, I think.
things to go through.
Wait, so do we do last week or
Uh, What did we even cover last week? What
Exactly. Like, I
it was
don't.
just planning.
That
It
won't
was
work.
literally just.
I don't think we
I mean,
can.
we could if you're able to. If if we give like a countdown, three, two, one. This is to like this week's recording. How our planning went, what we're going to do for our experimentation, something like that, and then we could like cut end the recording, and then three, two, one. Pretend it was like last week or the week before. This is our planning. We've got the robot. Blah blah blah.
I don't really remember what we were doing last week, though. Where it's not like fresh in our minds, I feel like that's just not really going to be possible.
We could just grab the slideshow again and just read off the most or the more important notes.
Wouldn't that just be like repeating our reflections and
Yeah.
shit, though?
Uh, we'll just do this week then.
what?
Yeah, we'll just keep on
All right.
top of it for
Yeah, it's
now.
just like yeah. There's no explanation of like it's like nothing's guiding us what to explain or like what to go over.
They're just team meetings. They're just for
Yeah.
making sure everyone's knows what
Mm,
everyone else is doing.
Yeah, and making sure if you wanna like add something else into the game.
mm.
Right, so who wants to start with this week's stuff?
Jack, you go first.
Yeah. All right. I'll go first. Um, Good to meet you again, team. I'm Jack. I'll also be covering for Taylor. Him and I are obviously working on the programming side, as you know. This week with our planning, it was just the flow chart and pseudocode. That was quite simple and it allowed us to get an understanding. For the flow chart, as a quick explanation, when you start the game, you'll be given a tutorial on how to pick up an animal. Be start with like a small animal. After you pick that animal up, you have like three options to either keep hold of it, put it on the ground, or like put it on the ground in one of the sanctuaries. Once you put it on the ground in the sanctuary, you then get the tutorial completed, and you get the option of to choose a chip. The chip is either like a strength, speed, or climbing chip. Climbing might be changed because that one hasn't been set in stone. But the strength and speed, either one you pick, you'll get locked out of the others until you repeat the process of pick up, put in sanctuary, new chip. For example, with the strength chip, your character will increase in size to resemble that you're now stronger. You'll maybe get slower and things like that. You'll repeat it with all three chips, and once you've done that, you move on, and it's basically the end of the game. But that basically allows the entire game to have a simple gameplay loop, not too challenging, not too difficult. What we did
Mm.
after getting our planning done, I practiced getting like movement, figuring out movement. It was quite simple, but I will need to add a few more to it. And then Taylor, what he did, he was working on the pickup and placement system, as I think he put it in the group channel. I'll say. Yeah, can't really explain exactly how it works, but basically you press an input of like E, the box, which it would be the animal, just appears above your head, and then you press another input, like for example F, and it'll just place it on the ground. Yeah, that's a summary of our work. What about you guys?
Nice. Obviously, me and Sophie have just been doing concept art. I've mainly just been focusing on the robots, but so thanks for covering the thing about the small, starting with the smaller animals, because I did want to ask about that, about how we're kind of going about the progression kind of thing, and I wasn't sure what kind of animals we'd need at first, so I can get some more of that done now, which is great. and hopefully work on refining some more of the robot concepts. But what about you, Sophie?
I was working on environment concepts and like coming up with like the layout for the like how we wanted the sanctuary to come like to like lay out, yeah, and like what kind of surroundings we want the animals to spawn in or like where to find them and like where to explore for the player.
Oh yeah, while I'm thinking of it in like relation to that map, I feel like we need a world map.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I do have a question. Are we doing it where it's like just one big level and you just travel between and you've got access to the map? Or is it like either different locations and like you just teleported between them,
That
or entirely different levels?
Yeah, that's what I also wanted to try figure out because I thought we were doing like an expedition type mechanic where you'd have like a kind of main, like I guess, hub or like headquarters area where like the enclosures and whatnot would be like as that, and that's like the sanctuary, and then from there you can go into the different areas. But obviously that's more of a, I feel like that's more of a game designer and programming thing to figure out.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on, Jarius.
Uh,
What about you?
so for this week, I've just been focusing on. So I finished the level design. I'll try do the world map if I can, and then I've been purely focusing on my game design document, which is basically just shows the game overview, the features of the game, and then also the also added the progression and rewards bit, which yeah, and then just talked about how the user interface is designed to be clean, just like and intuitive and easy to navigate, ensuring that the players can access information without feeling overwhelmed. And then next I've put and I just added in audio list of what kind of sounds we need for the game, such as like a footsteps and then like music and also robotic sounds from the player. And then like of course also we needed to add like animal sounds that you can hear when like you go like right near the animal. And then also yeah, that's it.
Great.
Okay, then that's yeah. I will say if you want to start sending most of like what you've done into the group channel, we can like start going over it a bit more in like when we can't call. Um,
Hack and plan as
Additionally,
well.
yeah, that's true. I will also say with the forgotten, um, yeah, the UI. I do agree that we need it to be a sort of like what did you say again? I'm so sorry.
Easy to
Like
navigate, right?
yeah.
Yeah, easy to navigate. We will definitely want that. I forgot again with the chips. When you choose one of the three, it's literally just pick one, and you would get like, for example, it's a single inventory slot.
All right.
You can't
Yeah,
have
can't
multiple at a
swap.
time. It's just yeah. Well, yeah. Once you've complete the task and like done the loop, you can then swap.
Okay, yeah. Right,
Yeah.
got it.
Um, Not really sure what I want to add. I think our main priority should be figuring out how we want the level to work. If it's fully open world, like one level together, if it's different locations, something like that. That should be our main priority.
Yeah.
As for things I want to go back to sound design, I think we're allowed to just grab samples from online as we don't have to create them, but I will ask the teachers just in case.
All
I
right.
mean, as long as they're
Think,
free to use and like
mm,
commercial use, that should be fine.
yeah, yeah. Um, Anyone else got anything else they want to add on?
Um no, I don't think so. But I'll probably say if I find any ideas.
Okay then.
Nice.
Yeah, I think this. all coming week, me and Taylor will focus on the pickup system for him, and I'll focus on the chips because I have the best understanding of it, and I think you guys now have a better understanding of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And I think if we can just start putting all of our ideas into the channel more often, it'll be easier for us to like understand. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So I love how we still don't have a team leader, but it still works so well.
Also, a question about the chips. Have we only got strength and speed right now? Because obviously, if we're...
Currently,
No, you go.
About
okay, go on.
durability to the gauntlets.
Yeah, that's the strength thing.
Oh yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
more like
this
a
the
design
gauntlet.
aspect.
Yeah. Yeah, for hence, I think the idea was that the gauntlets are always there, but like they'll change in size. Where, like, for example, if you choose the strength chip, the gauntlets will get bigger. If you choose the speed chip, they might get like slimmer or something.
Yeah.
But it's mostly we have the strength and speed chips set in stone. Those ones are we're going to prioritize getting done.
Okay.
I know everyone wants at least. I mean, I've set an idea of having a third one that would be a climbing chip, where, for example, you can like climb up walls easier, or like climb up trees if we decide to add any animals that are in trees.
All right.
Okay.
Although,
Yeah.
yeah, that third chip could be changed if necessary, or if we have a better idea. But for now,
I think if
I've
we
just
have
come
the
up with the idea.
time, then a third one would be good. But in terms of getting player models sorted out, I'm just thinking two is
Yeah,
good
that's
for
reasonable.
now.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
focus on the strength chip first because I
Okay.
think more of a, for example, Bob from The Incredibles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that like proportion of like small to big is like the example of like a strong character where like shapes are used in that way. I was thinking if we prioritize strength, you can obviously it's whatever you two as the artist decide, but you can focus on the strength or if you do any animations and then speed afterwards.
Okay. Yeah. And are we still going with the
Um,
whole Wildcrats idea of the chip basically changes the whole robot? Just checking.
I like that idea.
yeah, it just works, and like
Yeah.
anyone who knows
No, I'm
gets
just
that bit
making
of
sure.
nostalgia.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I think while it does add a bit more for you guys, I do think even those like it just makes it more of a visual change so that you know what animals you can and can't pick up.
Oh yeah, no, I 100% get it. Don't worry. I just wanted to make sure that is definitely what we were
Yeah, yeah.
going with.
Um, anyone else got anything on more?
No.
Sophie, anything from
I
you?
don't.
I don't think so. I think that's it.
All right.
Um,
Right. One more thing about
don't.
the
Yeah, go.
environments quickly, just before like we start closing up or anything.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I do like the idea of having all of the, I guess, biomes in as one map and having them kind of fade into each other, because I was doing more research on, what kind of animals we could have, because Martin said, try also get some smaller animals in there because of the whole
Yeah.
progression thing. And some of them that I found actually kind of live in between two biomes. Like I found one that was like a crane that lived kind of in between the taiga or forest biome and the tundra biome.
Okay. Okay.
So
So
that's
yeah,
just an idea. Throwing that out
yeah,
there.
that could push us more towards that single world idea. Then it gives the feeling of like when you're exploring, you see all these different types of animals as you explore.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're a bit more interested in the whole world, like the open world kind of idea. That could change anytime, obviously, but I think maybe push into it because then it allows not only Jarius to make the map easier, it also allows us to make them easier. Also, going into the biomes, I will say a good idea to create them for when it comes to like me, myself and Taylor. For like the icy one, I was thinking having it like be really flat, but there's like cracks in the ice and you just want to try and avoid them. For the
Oh yeah, for
savannah, it's
hazards.
more, yeah, for the savannah, it's still kind of flat, but it has like it just dips down or like rises up very little. And then like as I showed before with that first example that I made, with like that giant mountain in between, that would be the forest area. then it separates the two hot and cold climates, but then you've still got the middle climate. And for example, if you're in the middle of the forest, we could either make it so it's like really dense and you just can't see between, or there are certain parts where you just go high enough you can see everything.
Yeah, that'd be neat. I think it's also a lot more helpful for Sophie as well, who I know is doing a lot more of the environmental concept stuff.
Mm. Yeah, don't think. Oh, unfortunately, Taylor isn't here because of car incidents.
Yeah.
Not car crash, just car problems. I do think he probably asked if there are any more like programming things we'd need to add. For a good way to say it is like obviously we're focusing right now on the movement, pickup, and chips.
Yeah, of course.
Is there anything else that us programmers would be like from what you guys have that you might think we might need to note down?
I don't think so, because I think at the minute we're kind of just working towards the whole proof of concept thing, are we not? And then when that gets sorted, we can kind of start adding things, no?
Okay. So yeah, okay, that works. So for me and Taylor, we'll be focusing on the movement, pickup, chips, as I've said again. And I'll keep sending it back and forth between you guys of like a terrain. So we'll be working on that. Sophie and Fia, you two will be working on.
I mean, I know I'm doing more of the 3D stuff, so when we get into experimentation after getting all the planning done, which we're not far off from doing at all, I just wanted to clear up some stuff about obviously the chip thing so then I can refine the concept art a bit more. Um, I should be moving on to the 3D modelling stuff. Not sure what Sophie's planning to do quite yet.
I can also help with like environment 3D stuff
Oh,
if
perfect.
you need,
Okay,
as
and
well as
then
like
yeah, go
design
on.
characters and things.
Okay.
And I don't think
So
we've got any minutes.
yeah, it's all right. So what you two will be
I'll
focusing?
just probably
Yeah, go on, James.
just try do the roadmap, and then for experimentation, I'll be like focusing on white boxing.
Okay, yeah. So long as everyone has something to do, that's good.
Yeah.
So one last summary. You two, Sophie and Fia, you'll be working on like 3D models, last like I was gonna say renders, more like designs for the characters and animals.
Yeah.
Jairus, you'll be
Yeah.
working on white boxing and the world map.
Yeah.
And then me and Taylor will be working on like the current listed programming things.
Yeah. Also, I
Yeah.
did just think, wouldn't we need animal AI for the animals?
Yeah, that's very simple. It's
Okay.
basically give an animal a place to move between and it will just keep pathfinding. We
Okay, cool.
can figure out a way to randomize it, but it's not too difficult.
Okay,
Yeah, that's a good one. I'll add that down. AI movement.
cool.
And also, can you like remind me how many are the biomes again? I'm sorry, I can.
That's all right. I think it is just three: Savannah, Forest, and Arctic.
All right.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then yeah, then that works by separating the Savannah and Arctic with like a forest in between.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I think that's about wraps. Oh, hi Taylor.
Oh,
Taylor, you've kind of joined us. We've kind of almost wrapped everything up. I'll give a quick summary. Me and you will be working on this week, like the movement, pickup, chips, and a bit of the AI stuff, like for the animals.
AI
Yeah, for the animals, remember, so they can walk
in my
around.
game.
Thea and Sophie, they will be working on. Already forgotten. I'm so sorry.
just
Um,
3D model related stuff, I think, and just refining any last planning bits to get ticked off.
yeah. And then Jarius, you were working on planning.
Just white boxing and the world map.
There you go.
Right. Yeah.
A bit of problem solving we can say is the car issues as well.
Jeez. The car meltdown. The car's still in the
Yeah.
Tesco's car park.
Anything you want to add, Taylor? Just
Um, I don't
well,
know.
not
Any
anything you want to add.
questions?
Any questions?
No, seems like we've got a good plan.
Yeah, it'll be the three terrains because you missed it. Three terrains: Savannah, Arctic, and Forest. There'll be so far only the two chips. Strength is the main priority. Then it's speed. I think that's about it.
Also,
That
real
sounds
quick,
good.
what's the plan
Go
for
ahead.
like moving the animals into like the sanctuary or enclosure bits? Because I was assuming that the place you get them from is obviously very different and all like quite far from where the actual sanctuary space is.
The way I was considering doing it is because if we do this open world thing, obviously the player it might take the depending on the size, it might take the player a while to get from like one biome
like
to another.
Definitely.
faster transport.
Yeah, I could make it so it's literally just that the player just runs faster. But
We
when
could
you're
just
trying to get, go
we
on.
could just add a vehicle or something.
Storage area in the robot. I don't know.
Oh, we could just have like wheel. It depends on what if Thea and Sophie if you want to, but we could make it so the legs transform into wheels, Wally style.
Oh god, yeah.
And they just zoom. Yeah, they just zoom across the terrain,
It's
and
like
we
a
could have
ping
yeah,
pong cannon.
yeah.
We should
Random
have
note.
recorded ping pong.
Yeah, random note. I figured out if you turn off fall off edge and you're going so fast, if you hit a wall with fall off edge or like you try to fall off the edge, it will literally ping pong you so fast.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that.
Aside from that, yeah, travel, I do agree. It will just be a lot of walking. So I think we can either change it by just making the player really fast at times, or like when they want to get around, they can press a button and just move fast, or sprint. The sprint will just be ridiculously fast. Or we could have like flight, if that's something you guys are interested in.
Or like a jetpack or something.
Yeah, I was thinking a little Iron Man style, because
Yeah.
like,
Oh my god.
yeah.
That's
So
why we
much
haven't
is
gone
right.
with the easy option of like, oh, we could just put fast travel in.
Yeah, but then it's just like you sit there waiting. You just sit there and teleport, you know.
I said we add
Well,
trains
yeah,
that you
I
can miss because I hate trains
trade that you can miss. But yeah, I see what you mean by
and they can get
fast
delayed.
travel would. Yeah, fast travel would be fun, and we will. I think me and Taylor can implement it as a basis, but then I think if we have enough time,
Oh,
we
yeah.
should implement something like a flight system or just a super speed system.
Okay,
Yeah.
That way, we can give the players something more interesting to do than just teleporting around. Well, that's about 30 minutes, I think. And that got everyone here.
Yeah,
Taylor, you
usually it says
understand what's
30
happening?
minutes. I
Yeah, Taylor, you
understand.
understand? Fia, you understand?
Yep. I think so.
Darius?
Yeah.
Sophie?
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys.
Good
And
talk.
indeed, good to know. And then what? We'll call again next
Friday.
Saturday? Friday, okay.
Friday.
If you all
Back to
can.
normal times, if we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Around Friday, what was it? 2:30.
Yeah.